Okay, I think we're on in both places. I think so. I think that's true. Oh, here we go. All right. Good morning, Instagram and Facebook. Good morning, social media. So, it's a little funny. I was going to come on today, and I still am going to come on and talk about whether or not you trust yourself. And I just have to pause for a moment and talk about, or acknowledge what's happening in the world. Where the people of color in our country feel like, like they can't trust themselves and they're protesting and they're upset and the world is burning. And I just want to acknowledge that that's happening and say that I am committed to doing everything that I can as a human being to be an ally and acknowledge my own white privilege and my own white fragility. So that's what I want to say about that. I don't want to say to anyone watching this that, oh my God, for all the ways that the world has made you doubt yourself, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect that to happen. um, because what I wanted to talk about today, and it's all related because what's personal is universal, um, was do you trust yourself? Right? And so I'm Jenni Rochelle. Welcome to the Surviving His Sex Addiction and Betrayal show. Well, hi, Marie, Terry. Um, Welcome to my weekly show where I talk about. I'm Jenni Rochelle. I'm a betrayal trauma specialist, and I work with women who are recovering from the discovery that their husband is a sex addict who has betrayed them, and they're suffering from betrayal trauma. And the thing I wanted to talk about today is like the impact that that discovery has on your ability to trust yourself, your ability to feel like you know how to make good decisions and to trust your judgment. Because when you spend years with someone and then all of a sudden you realize that the reality that you were living in was not reality, that it was a lie, that it was this fictionalized version that was created by your husband, like that causes literally an existential crisis, right? It is a kind of spiritual trauma. It is an identity crisis where you no longer know who you are or where you fit into the world, and you look back at the memories from years ago and everything is altered. Even the good ones now are tainted. And so, of course, that impacts your ability to trust yourself. And you're like, why did I choose this? And so I just want to say to you right now, like, you didn't choose this. I hear that so often with clients where they're like, I just made so many bad choices. Obviously, I wound up here, I made so many bad choices. Like, you didn't choose that. You didn't choose to be lied to. You didn't choose to be betrayed. Like, you were never given a choice. You can't make a choice when you're being lied to and gaslighted, whatever the appropriate version is of that tense. Whatever you call it, it's emotional abuse. And you cannot make a conscious, wise choice when you don't have all the information. And until discovery, or really until disclosure and or a polygraph, you don't have all the information. That's my personal beliefs about how you ever get the truth, is that it has to be a disclosure in parallel with the polygraph. So, like, you can trust yourself, like, more than anything else. You are trustworthy. You can trust yourself. You can tap into your intuition. Last week, I talked about how you're probably feeling isolated and alone, and so you don't have other people around you to sort of sound back or like say, hey, that's not okay, and to help you realize. Because the more you're gaslighting, your reality has been altered. The way you look at the world has been altered by being in relationship with this person. So please cut yourself a break. You didn't make a choice. You can trust yourself. You can learn to trust yourself again. You can build community, and that's like the one of the best ways to do that. Last time we talked about listening to your body. Also, community, sisterhood, other women who are on the same place as you, and have somebody, a support person who's walked the path. That's me. I've done it. I've been where you are. I had the self doubt. I didn't think I could ever trust myself again. You know what? It's just bullshit. I am smart. I'm wise. And I listen to myself now and I have reclaimed my power and like can make conscious decisions for me. I know that I'm wise. I know my intuition is almost always spot on and I trust it until I am given a really concrete reason why not to. You do the same thing. You trust your intuition. Make space. This is Vicky Tidwell Palmer. Make space to be proven wrong, but trust yourself. Do not feel like you have to explain everything that you need or that you ask for. Your feelings are valid. These are all ways that the patriarchy for years has taught women that our emotions don't count, that they're not valid. We're so reason based and logic based, and we're living in this tiny, tiny, tiny part of this incredible mansion of a body that we lived in. And I said some of this stuff last week, like our body is so wise, and you are so wise, and you're not meant to do this alone. That's why I do what I do, and that's really my true passion is group coaching. That's why I partnered with Sarah Morales, who was my coach. I did group coaching with her. It saved my life. I have lifelong bonds with the women that I met in that group. And so together, Sarah and I work as Two Hearts Coaching because two hearts are better than one. We just are wrapping up our first session that we did with 4 amazing ladies, and they have all signed up again. So we thought we might let people in that, but we're not because it's still closed. We're keeping it closed for them. They're going to keep working because, and they literally said, I can't imagine going on without my ladies, without this group every week. So they're all staying in. So Sarah and I are opening up another group starting mid-June. This will be on Tuesday evenings. twoheartscoaching.com if you're interested. I can tell you it will change your life. No, that's a word that's thrown around a lot, of a phrase that's thrown around a lot these days, but it will be life-changing for you to have the support that you need and to have other ladies who will love you and accept you and tell you that you are not crazy. And here I will tell you, I will look you straight in the eyeballs. I'm trying to look into both cameras right now. You are not crazy. You are not crazy. You have been lied to and manipulated. You are wise and you are strong and you are brave. All right? Feel me as I say this to you. You can trust yourself. All right? twoheartscoaching.com if you want to learn more. There's a lovely bio of me and Sarah. There's a podcast where we're interviewed talking about group coaching and why we love it so much. twoheartscoaching.com. Until next week, I'm Jenny. Love you all.